Deep in the woods, nestled between mystical trees, there's an enchanted village forest. The tall trees are covered in moss and the air is thick with fog. The only sounds are the rustling of leaves and the singing of birds. But as the sun rises, golden rays begin to break through the trees, painting the forest floor in hues of amber and gold. In the heart of this magical forest sits a small clearing. And in the center of the clearing is an even smaller fire. Beside the fire sits an old man with a long white beard. They sit in awestruck silence, wide-eyed and eager, as he begins to weave his tale. The treasure chest becomes heavier, the path more difficult, but the prince presses on, spurred by the ghost's mournful call. Suddenly, the ground gives way beneath him. The prince loses his balance, tumbling down a rabbit hole. Gold coins, precious gems and artifacts of immense power lay scattered around. But the prince's gaze is drawn to a single, strangely shaped rock. He approaches it cautiously, not knowing that it is, in fact, a sleeping dragon. As he reaches out to touch it, the dragon stirs. Its eyes flash open, revealing a brilliant, otherworldly light. As he approaches, he sees a beautiful woman tending to a garden of vibrant flowers. The prince, torn between the treasures he has already gained and the possibility of something greater, looks towards the woman tending her garden. In that moment, he realizes that what he desires most is the love and companionship of such a pure and gentle soul. The prince, smitten, introduces himself. The woman, sensing his purity of heart, welcomes him warmly. As he falls, the treasure chest flies from his grasp, disappearing from sight. There was a lost prince who stumbled, a mysterious ghost, a hidden treasure deep in the forest. The dragon, pleased with his choice, grants his wish. Some of them, their eyes shining with excitement, rush to tell their parents and friends all about the amazing story they had just heard. The two are united in marriage, and their love story echoes through the ages. He too has loved this tale since he was a child, and he's happy to see it brings joy to the next generation. He knows that stories like these are fading art, but as long as there are storytellers and listeners, the tales will live on. It tells the prince to look for the source of the purest light in the kingdom. Intrigued, the prince sets off. The path is long and arduous, filled with challenges that test his courage and resolve. But the promise of untold wonders keeps him going. Looking around, he finds himself in a subterranean grotto. They lean closer to the storyteller, their faces illuminated by the dancing flames. Some hold on to each other, their eyes wide with anticipation. Others bite their lips, their bodies tense, as if bracing for the challenges faced by the prince. Bathed in an ethereal glow, the walls are adorned with crystals that sparkle like captured stars. The dragon, sensing the prince's pure heart, lowers its head, acknowledging him. It speaks in a voice that echoes through the cavern, offering the prince a choice. In exchange for his kindness, it will grant him 3 wishes. Overwhelmed, the prince hesitates. What could he possibly wish for that would be greater than what already lay before him? And in the center sits a single oil lamp, its flame dancing merrily. The prince approaches, mesmerized. As he reaches out to touch it, the flame erupts into a brilliant light, revealing a tunnel behind the lamp. The clearing transforms into a vibrant, dreamlike sequence of events. The prince stumbles upon a clearing and collapses at the sight of a magnificent castle made of pure crystal. Before he can catch his breath, the ghost appears, their translucent hand reaching out to him. The prince recoils, fear momentarily overcoming him. But the ghost only beckons, their eyes filled with a deep sadness. The prince, confused but ultimately brave, decides to follow. We see the lost prince played by a young man with tousled hair and determined eyes. His face is streaked with dirt and sweat as he races through the forest, the treasure chest bouncing against his hip. Behind him, a specter follows, a ghostly figure with mournful eyes and a voice like rustling leaves. Their forms seem to shimmer, half seen, half ghost, as if they have stepped out of a dream. The tale is one of adventure, love and loss, of bravery and sacrifice, a classic story that has been told and retold for generations. The firelight dances across their faces, casting flickering shadows that mimic the emotions of the story as it unfolds. His eyes, though aged, twinkle with life and his hands, gnarled with age, grip a staff firmly. This is the old storyteller. Around the fire are gathered the children of the village, their faces upturned towards the storyteller. And so the old storyteller begins. It was many years ago in a realm not so different from our own. As the story reaches its climax, the visual story begins to play out around them. The children watching are completely engrossed. Their earlier giggles and whispers forgotten, they are silent, captivated by the unfolding drama before them. They move deeper into the forest, the trees closing around them, creating a tunnel of ancient trunks and emerald leaves. But the fall doesn't hurt as much as he expected. Emerging from the tunnel, the prince finds himself in a vast cavern filled with shimmering treasure. The prince, terrified but resolute, stands his ground. The dragon, sensing his confusion, offers a clue. Meanwhile, back in the village, the children are entranced by the story. Finally, after what seems like an eternity, the prince discovers the source of the purest light, a small cottage nestled at the edge of a crystalline lake. Suddenly, the dragon appears, its form blazing with celestial light. It announces that the prince has earned his final wish and asks what he desires most. And so he asks that she be by his side, not as a prize or possession, but as an equal partner in life. The story ends and the children erupt into applause. They cheer for the brave prince, the wise dragon and the beautiful princess. As the last embers of the fire fade away, the old storyteller smiles. Please subscribe to my channel A Saeed Lens and stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you all so much for watching the video.
Please subscribe to my channel A Saeed Lens and stay tuned for more videos like this.